Hi team. Today we are going to see what is different layers of your cloud computing. The first layer is infrastructure as a service. The second layer is a platform as a service. The third layer is the software as a service. We also have other services like FASS, function as a service, DBASS, database as a service. In cloud, there is lot of services available, but the three major category will be infrastructure as a service, which is nothing but your infrastructure, hardware, and for example, if you are using virtual machine, container, or if you are using what to say like Kubernetes, or if you are using anything related to OS things, will come as an infrastructure as a service. If you use directly a platform, for example, if you are using RDS in AWS like database, directly you can connect to the database without installing anything, or Google engine. If you are no if you are familiar with Google, there is something called Google engine. Basically the platform will be provided for you. On top of it you can make your solution. So it's called as platform as a service. You no need to install any operating system, or you no need any virtual machine. If you need any software, any platform, basically any tools which will be available in platform as a service. And there is something called as a software as a service. Here it is kind of whatever your end software you can use, for example Salesforce. And if you can think Gmail or Facebook as software as a service. If you need a mail service, then you can go and use Gmail. You no need to set up any server, or you no need to set up any operating system, or you no need to develop anything. What you need is just to create an account and use the application. So there are a lot of application, ERP applications, and lot of no applications which are available, where you can just for example Office 365, and anything, any application, you can directly create an account and use it for your enterprise edition. That is called as software as a service. And function as a service is nothing but you run your code as a function, like you run for your queries. It kind of serverless. Okay, you don't have your server, it is a function as a service. Then database as a service is nothing but you directly get a database. It's a MySQL or MongoDB or something, where you no need to install the database. You will launch it, you will get the credentials, and you will connect it. So it is similar like platform as a service. So in platform as a service, you get whatever tools you require. You no need to install on top of it. For example, you also get IDE, which is nothing but cloud, and you no need to install. You don't need to have a development environment for create no developing your application. You can go and get online IDE and start building your application on top of it. Okay, so basically these categorized how you are going to purchase. You are going to purchase hardware, or you are going to consume a platform, or you are going to become a software as a service. So here I illustrate some no some of the images I just picked randomly from internet, where it explains what is IaaS, platform as a service, and software as a service. You can see here in your on premises, you need to take responsibility from network, storage, server, virtualization, OS, middleware, runtime, and then yeah, there's multiple runtime, then application. So if you are very good with OSI layer, we call it as OSI layer, right? Which is starts from our physical layer, data link layer, network layer, and if you see such session layer, then you will have a presentation layer, and then application layer. So this you could have studied in your engineering, which starts from your physical layer to your application layer. Similarly, these are the layers where right now our application is on top of it, and we need to manage all this. Any issues with one of this layer, you will be no you may not be able to run your application. Basically your application will go down. You need to keep everything as healthy. But whereas in infrastructure as a service, you're going to get from operating system. You are going to manage from operating system. You will get to operating system, maybe it is a Windows or a Linux environment, and you're not going to worry about the virtualization layer, Hyper-V or VMware, whatever it is installed. You are not going to look into the server uptime or whatever it is. You are not going to manage your storage, or you are not going to manage your networking. This is going to be managed by your vendor, and from OS to middleware to runtime to data to application is going to managed by you basically. If you take platform as a service, then as I said, database or anything, your data and your application going to maintain by you. The runtime, middleware, OS and virtualization, all this layer going to manage by your cloud vendor again. If you take software as a service, then directly you are going to use your Office 365 or your Gmail, then all going to be managed by your vendor, and you are just going to connect to the application. You are going to create an account. For example, if you are using Slack or some application which you directly create an account and you use it, it going to be a software as a service. Right now you are using Microsoft Teams, or you are using Google Meet, you are using Zoom, or you are using whatever it is going to be your software as a service. You are not going to maintain any of this layer for this application. I hope it is pretty clear for you what is the different common layers. From on-premises, you are not going to use everything, whereas in IaaS, it going to be your operating system to your application, whereas in platform as a service, you are going to manage your application along with your data, because it's your data again. Then it's going to be your Gmail. Okay, but I'm going to also going to show you one more image where I picked from Google, where it has something called function as a service. Okay, this function as a service is nothing but if you see here, this illustrate what is user management, what is service provider management in infrastructure as a service. Basically, the user management layer is your operating system, as we see from operating system to your application they're going to use, and operating system from but whereas in this they also introduce one more as container as a service, CASS, where you are not going to have any. If you going to use ECS or any container service on cloud, you are not going to have access to the operating system. You are going to maintain from container, runtime, application and functions. So on top of this application, there is something called functions, which is invoking your application. Your user will invoke your application, right? Basically via HTTPS or API or whatever it is, your application going to And platform as a service, basically you are going to manage your application from applications to functions. Whereas in function as a service, you are going to manage your function, and basically your application and functions, but you can able to directly work on your function. There is a service called Lambda. So this is more of serverless, because you are not going to talk to your runtime environment, any of your runtime environments, and you are just going to talk on you deploy your application, and you are going to manage it from the function layer. It will be pretty new for you to understand the function as a service, but soon you need to understand. You are going to deploy the application onto the runtime. Same thing you are doing to the platform as service, but you are going to you going to maintain your application. But whereas here your application you're going to maintain in your functions layer. There's a layer of functions where your application is getting queried by your user or accessed by your user. Each query will be a function. Like if your user your user trying to log into your application, it's going to access your application, that's going to be one function. The authentication is going to be one function. There's going to be a lot of functions you're going to manage here. Okay, so this seems to be I hope this will make you very clear what are the different layers in cloud. And we already discussed private cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud in the previous video. And in each cloud, if it is private or public or hybrid, still you need to choose you are going for IaaS or platform as a service or software as a service or container as a service or function as a service, right? So please you do the needful, and if you like the video, like it, and please do subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye.